Michelle Noel here over at WonderCon. Or is this Shazamacon? Let's try this again. Much better. We're here at WonderCon 2019 chatting with the cast from the DC animated universe. Check it out. Hi, Troy. Nice to meet you. I'm Michelle.
Michelle, pleasure to meet you.
I got you a microphone. We're going to do Paula Abdul, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back.
Love it. Paula Abdul, because opposites attract.
And I forgot the rest.
I think Paula Abdul forgot the rest of that too. There's a lot of prescription medication between that song and now.
It seems like every time I go to her concert, it's like, wait, I don't know. Okay, well,
I have not heard anybody say that sentence in a long time. Every time I go to a Paula Abdul concert, does she still tour?
Yes.
No way.
Yes, I just saw her last year. It was like
no way.
Yeah, it was like late winter. It was really good.
Laker girl that got popular, man.
Because she went. Because all we had to do was just go back to the audition 3 or 4 times until we finally convinced them let us have the part.
Is that what it was? Is that what happened?
She did. She just kept going back, changing her clothes, changed her name a little bit, and then she got the role as that Laker girl.
There's 2 other girls that came in that were terrible, but you are way better. You're like,
for some reason, there's just something about you now.
You're very memorable.
Awesome. Okay. Michelle Noel here over at WonderCon 2019. Joining me right now is legendary actor Troy Baker, who's playing the Cape Crusader. See how I do that?
Love that.
And he's also playing Batman and Joker over at Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, Mr. Troy Baker, how are you doing today?
Well, apparently I'm legendary, so that's always a great way.
Are you kidding? Have you seen your IMDb yet? I mean,
I try to stay off of it because I feel like some people will find a way to troll you, and so I'm always like afraid of like any kind of like aggregate list of who I am because people are like, I hate it.
Oh, no, Troy, you are all good to us. We love you.
Thank you.
And first off, happy early birthday.
Yeah, man.
Yes, congratulations on that. Do you think did having an April Fool's birthday inspire your inner Joker?
Oh, wow.
Come on, I know there's got to be some stories there.
Look, yes, because you start looking at, because everyone is like, hey, April Fools, and you always have the best when you're like, it's my birthday. They're like, haha.
What?
Are you serious? Like, why would I lie about that? Why would that be the lie? It is something that I've always gravitated towards the Joker. I feel he's one of the best characters in literature, just because of the iterations that we've seen of him, and he's one of the Hitchcock had a great thing, is like always make your villain empathetic, and he is one of the most empathetic. I totally understand what happens when you just go, you know what, I'm just going to kind of switch off the part of my brain that says don't do that, and you just embrace the chaos. So to be able to, the first time I got a chance to play the Joker was literally for this fanboy a dream come true. I've gotten to play Batman in the past. Normally I have hands like this and about this big. But then to be able to bring it into the space where, like, I fell in love with Batman, not only through the graphic novels, but in 1990 when they came out with the animated series, I was like, that's the best version of those characters that I've ever seen. And to kind of put it back into that space. And I remember when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles first premiered on TV. And I remember the black and white graphic novels. Like, I remember that. So to see those 2 things come together, it was like somebody went into my brain and was like, what can we do that would be the perfect, like, insane mashup ever? We'll just do it as one thing. So it's been a lot of fun. And we got a great cast for this, an incredible cast.
I know, you just reminded me of all my nostalgia as a childhood. It was just like, that's exactly what I went through. Now, you're playing both Joker and Batman. As an actor, what goes through your mind with that kind of level of accomplishment? I'm just so curious. Otherwise, please let us know.
Just like every actor has this like insecurity, and you go, don't screw this up. And the beauty is you look around the people that are surrounding you, from the writers, the directors, the animators, the rest of your cast, and you go, these people believe in this so much. And the concept alone is so good. Nobody can really screw it up. So just go in and do the work. And just trust. That's all that I had to do, is just like, I know these characters. I love these characters. There's nothing that I'm going to do that's going to be dishonest. And so if I just do that, it works.
What was your main inspiration when voicing both Batman and Joker?
If people know me or they've ever heard me talk about these characters, they know how much I adore and respect what both Kevin Conroy did for Batman in the animated series and what Mark Hamill has done. And both of them, not just from the animated series, but through the Arkham games. And every time we see those 2 characters match up, Kevin is just the perfect Batman and Bruce Wayne. And if you listen to me, it's not me mimicking either him nor Mark. I just believe that their performances were the most honest to who those characters were, and so I naturally gravitate towards that. So it's me, and in some ways, kind of paying homage. And there's a lot of things that we do in the movie that kind of pay homage to the animated series.
Yeah.
That beautiful opening shot where the blimps kind of are shining down. That's such an iconic shot from the animated series. So to me, they were just such a great representation. It's almost impossible to not lean into that.
Absolutely. And I asked this question to Kevin too. What aspect of your performance do you hope future voice actors will take on when voicing Batman?
Oh my God.
I know.
Just be the Bat. That's all that I care about. Don't try to do a voice.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people try to, do the Christian Bale thing where it's like, I have to make him scary.
Yeah.
You're a man dressed as a bat.
Yeah.
That alone is scary.
Yeah.
I try to not put on a voice. There's this sound that I believe Batman has. And there's something different between, like, Jason O'Mara has a really interesting approach. Bruce Greenwood has a really interesting approach when he does them. Diedrich Bader had a great approach. Like, Diedrich Bader was such a throwback to, like, and he's got such a naturally deep voice anyway. I can't go, like, barrel low with those guys.
Yeah.
To me, Bruce Wayne, every time he puts on the cowl, there's a little bit of insecurity to him. So always remember that Batman is a superhero because we have labeled him that.
Yep.
There's no superpowers. He's just a man. And that, to me, is what makes him so unique.
That's so amazing. Now, let's go back to the film. What
Sure.
is the overall message that you hope the audience would get out of it? Yeah. What's the overall thing?
A common enemy will bring together unlikely heroes.
Oh, okay.
For sure. Just because we don't understand something doesn't make it our enemy, and that's where we kind of find these characters in the very beginning. But ultimately, what it comes down to is the fact that if we unite against a singular enemy, we can accomplish some great things.
That's awesome. Okay, and then should we expect anything similar to the comic books, or is it kind of like an original story?
We would be remiss if we did not base this upon the graphic novel that made it so popular, the concept so popular, but inherently everything naturally takes on its own originality to it.
Okay.
So nothing is ever frame for frame, panel for panel. So even if you've read the graphic novel, this is going to be a fresh take on that.
All right.
But if you have read the graphic novel, you're going to be able to go, I recognize that. Yeah.
If a theatrical adaptation was in the works, what would be in your wish list?
Man. It's so hard to cast. That's why I love how we bring... People always want to make it live action.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can do a really, really good job of that.
Right.
For me, as a kid of the graphic novels, there's just something that people do in the animated space that so perfectly captures it. I don't know if I'd ever want to do that, but that's a great question.
Interesting. Now, Batman is celebrating his 80th anniversary, and we've been invited to the Wayne Manor.
Woo!
How are you planning to celebrate, and what do you plan on cheersing or toasting to him?
Dude, I always raise a glass because, I mean, it wasn't the hero that we deserved, but he was the hero that we needed. I always, whenever, especially this time of year when it comes around, I remember when it was 75 years of Batman, and now we're 5 years on, it's 80 years of Batman. And that time, we lost one of the best Batmen ever with Adam West.
I know.
And so to me, it's raising a glass to not only Bob Kane, but to all the people that have taken on the cowl and the mantle of this franchise. And it's not raising a glass to anyone specifically, but to all of the people who have helped to move these characters forward. Everyone from the 66, Batman series to Batman the Animated Series, to Batman Beyond, to all of the animated specials that we've been able to do. Those are the people that have always taught me something new about, like, with Jeff Loeb's run with Batman, like from a graphic novel standpoint to a film standpoint to an animated standpoint. Everyone who has participated in this franchise has taught me something new about these characters. So that's who I raise my glass to.
Awesome. And then who was your favorite Batman?
I gotta go with Kevin.
And who's your favorite turtle?
My favorite turtle? Man, Mikey, I gotta go. I mean, he's an obvious choice, but Donatello is also kind of the grounding of everybody. But Raphael and Leo, those guys are like the big brothers. I don't like them. I like the more fun.
Got it. Okay.
Michelangelo.
Well, unfortunately, I see the bat signal. So, folks,
Yes.
be sure to catch Batman vs. Ninja Turtles coming to you on digital. And from WonderCon, I'm Michelle Noel with Troy Baker, and hopefully we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Shazam! good time. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you guys next time. I'm Michelle Noel from Geek. Bye! Let's try this again. WonderCon. Okay.
Hey, you rock!